Hey everyone, and welcome back to Conversations with Dams. And we're still in the International Women's Day gift again. And again, I have another amazing person with me here. I've got my sister-in-law, so it's added pressure. In case I'm I'm starting to stammer, just know that it's just added pressure on me today, but it's so lovely to have her here today. I am excited. We're going to be talking about skincare, about aging, and what skincare really is. I'm going to be asking her a lot of questions. But before we go into that, I want to just do an icebreaker and just ask, if you had 100 million and you were to choose, only have two items to choose from. So if you had 100 million pounds, $100 million, 100 million naira, and you could only buy one product between a moisturizer or a sunscreen, which one will you go for? You can only choose one. No 50-50. Only one.
Okay, first and foremost, thanks for having me. A conversation
Thank
with
you.
Dams. I'm so glad to be here. I'm Bukola Oshisanwo, a pro-aging skincare educator who's
Yes.
passionate about helping women, especially women of color, to care for the skin confidently and intelligently as they age. So let me go back to the question you just asked me right now.
Yes.
I would rather spend my $100. My 100 what again?
Million pounds, million
My
dollars.
100 million pounds on
Yes.
sunscreen. Over
Oh wow,
and over
really?
again. Sunscreen is the main
No
priority.
moisturizer.
No, with sunscreen,
Oh,
that's where we
okay.
don't get it all wrong. With sunscreen, right, you can delay early signs of aging. Sunscreen is the most important aspect of skincare. In fact, if you don't have any other thing, all you have is your cleanser and your sunscreen. You are good to go. There's no point having one miracle moisturizer that you spend so much money
I
on,
like that miracle moisturizer.
and you don't have your sunscreen with you. The
Yes,
effort
wow.
is going to be zero. So I'm going to go for sunscreen. Over
okay.
again and again. Sunscreen is the
Me
main
thinking
thing.
of that. As much as I know that sunscreen is very needed, I'm like, I have dry skin, or my skin has started becoming dry. I'm like, I need moisturizer. I need my face to be moisturized. But anyway, we'll get into all of the details and all of those discussions as we go along. If you guys see me, I'm glowing. You know what people are always saying, oh, you look nice. Sometimes I post some videos, oh, you look nice. Trust me, is my sister-in-law. And this story dates back to, I think, almost 13 years ago. I remember when I was about to get married to my husband, I was just having so many. In fact, then my daily cream was, sorry, if you're not Nigerian, there's something we call adiagbon, coconut oil. That's literally what I used to pack on my face.
Oh, God.
Even me now, it's funny to me now. I'm like, what was I? Why did I? In fact, it's just a lot of questions, but I didn't know better. So which is why
Yeah, I was just
got
going to say that. You didn't know any
Yes.
better, you know.
I didn't know anything like what's my skin. I think then she was asking me what's my skin type. I said, I don't know. I don't know what my skin type is. I just know I just pack Adiagbo on my face, make sure it's oily, and have Vaseline. I'm good to go. I didn't know anything about there is there's sunscreen, there's moisturizer for you, there is your toner. I didn't know all of those things. And you don't have to be a beauty enthusiast actually to be able to use skincare. It's very basic. Someone like me, I'm a very basic person. I don't pack layers and layers of things. Once I do like 3-step, 4th-step at the most, I'm all good. But let's start going into the questions. Guys, again, there's added pressure for me today. I said my sister-in-law is here. So this has been a long time. You've been saying
Don't worry,
video,
just
so-
take it cool. Don't worry, I'm not going to criticize you. Just flow. Just do your thing.
thank you all so much. And thank you so much, Ma, for coming on this. So let's start
most
going
welcome.
into questions right now. The first question I want to ask is, the beauty industry is worth billions and billions of naira. In fact, the anti-aging theory now that everybody is putting out, like, oh, you can be young forever, we don't need to get old and all of that, is worth a lot of money. So what's the most unconventional thing or pro-aging thing that you've adopted that doesn't cost millions of naira or millions of pounds, or it actually costs absolutely nothing to do, but people just don't do it?
Interesting. You're very, very true. You're very on point in terms of the worth of the skincare industry. Yeah, what millions and millions of dollars, Yeah, but for me, when it comes to pro-aging habits that I have adopted that costs me absolutely nothing is refusing to fight aging.
Wow.
Refusing to fight aging.
That answer. Okay.
You get to understand why.
I have to sit up.
Yeah, refusing to fight aging because it's a natural process, a natural physiological process that is inevitable, right? So in refusing to fight it, but rather to say, refusing to fight it, but to prove, is a proof. I rather call it a proof that I've lived. So, for instance,
oh, I like that thought.
Yeah.
Of thought.
Yes. Okay. Because, for instance, early signs of aging starts with, we call it laugh lines, right? That we have, it runs from the side of your nose down to your mouth area, right? Yeah, I refuse to call that laugh lines, right? But rather I refuse to call it wrinkles that they would say, wrinkles or fine lines. Fine lines is a more subtle form of wrinkles. Wrinkles is a deeper one. So this laugh line, when it gets deeper as you age, it gets deeper, right? But right now it's subtle. So it's smile lines. So I refuse to call it wrinkles or fine lines, right? But rather call it a proof that I have lived. It's an evidence that I've lived. It's an evidence that I've smiled through my entire life, from infant to teenage years to early adulthood, then middle adulthood, where I am, right? It's an evidence that I have had joy at some point in my life. I've smiled at people, right? And I've made some certain movement with my body. So I refuse to call it wrinkles or fine lines, but I choose to call it a proof that I have lived. So with that mindset, I don't fight aging, but rather I partner with aging. I don't fight it, I partner with it. Because the moment you begin to fight aging, right? The moment you begin to fight aging, you begin to run from pillar to post, looking for a Botox injection, looking for the next, any trending collagen mask you see on social media, you want to grab it. You keep looking for what is not missing, and you keep spending your hard-earned money, right? So the moment you begin to fight aging, right, you begin to, all those movements you make around looking for solution is stressful to your body and soul. So because of that, what people refuse to understand is stress actually accelerates aging. And you now begin to look way older than what you should actually. It doesn't reflect your age because you worry, you are fighting it. Stress accelerates aging. And the moment you also start fighting aging, you begin to criticize yourself. There's self-criticism. When you see yourself in the mirror, you don't even see anything good again. You begin to look for what is not there. Oh, I'm beginning to have tiny wrinkles around my eyes. My mouth is beginning to look this way, look that. You begin to criticize yourself. So self-criticism accelerates aging. That wouldn't help the situation. And the moment you also begin to fight aging, comparison sets in. You begin to compare yourself with someone that is 25 years younger than you are. You don't have the same body. For instance, I'm 47 and I begin to compare myself with someone that is, let's say, 25, the mid-20s. The skin is not the same thing. The reality there is that my skin is more mature than that person's own. So you can never get there. You need to get that reality. You can never get it. You can't reverse aging. You can only delay it, right? So when you begin to compare yourself, there's no peace of mind. And that accelerates aging because you begin to worry. So in order to have that sanity, I don't fight aging. so that stress doesn't accelerate, comparison doesn't accelerate aging. But what I personally, is choosing peace, choosing rest, choosing joy. And that's my free anti-aging treatment that has helped so far. It's amazing.
To be honest, I honestly did not expect that kind of answer, and how being ourselves, even just wow, that I took in a lot. For me, it was when I was easily going to say maybe water. Maybe I'm like, oh, I drink a lot of water.
Yeah,
but
I will get there. Yes, that's part of it. You need to. I'll get there when we get to the other aspects. Hydration is key. But right now, I want us to focus on rest. That's why I said I choose peace. Don't let me fight it. Something that is naturally occurring. Why am I fighting it? The more I fight it, the more I see some things, the more I worry. And worrying will increase my stress hormone, which is cortisol. And cortisol doesn't do anything good to the body than accelerate aging. So just take a deep breath. Embrace it. It's a natural process in the body, right? And then rest. Rest is it's an amazing treatment you can ever, if you really want to look ageless and young. Prioritize your sleep time. Make sure you have that 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
The routine.
When you're about to sleep, try and drop your phone 30 minutes before your sleep time. Have a time you need to sleep at night. Maybe your bedtime is 8. Make sure it's 8. Make sure you have that quality 7 to 8 hours of sleep. If you sleep at 8, maybe you are early waker, you wake up by 4 a.m. Like I do school runs from 4 a.m. I would have, if I sleep 8 o'clock, 8 to 4 a.m., that's about 8 hours. Right? Yeah. Rest, then joy. Find that joy. Find what you love to do, what you enjoy doing. If you love to dress well. If you express yourself through your dressing, in fact, your joy should be no man business.
Yes.
Love yourself first. Find what gives you joy. If it's by traveling, travel more. If it's by climbing mountains, like I told my husband, around December, I wanted to go to Olumorok to go climb mountains. Yeah, I just wanted to shout. I just wanted to scream. Sometimes some crazy things just it gives me joy. You just need to love life, live life, understand what works for you. So I choose peace. I choose rest. I don't joke with my rest period, and I choose joy. I live life. Sometimes I dress people like, hey, you don't want to get young. You're not young anymore. I said, sorry. It's just a number. Age is just a number. It doesn't stop. You shouldn't steal my joy. Just like the laugh line, for instance. Immediately you notice that laugh line is called fine lines for the one that's actually subtle. But for the deeper one is wrinkles. The more you now begin to focus on that line that you never even used to focus on before, right? And because of that steals your joy. You not tend to start walking around. Maybe normally you smile walking around. You just give a subtle smile. Then you begin to frown. You begin to give a stiff face. No, don't let that steal your joy. Still be yourself, but eat well, drink, exercise, hydrate in and out, and exercise. If exercise makes you feel really on top of the world, just go for it. Yeah.
So, this is just question 1, guys, and I'm like, where did we go with this discussion? Where are we going with this? It's so good already. Like, I never thought, in the back of my head, I used to know, okay, the people are less stressed. Obviously, your anti-aging is almost like, not for lack of a better word, you're almost reversing aging. You look younger. I've heard or I've seen people who they say, they are celebrating 80th birthday and then they look like 60 or something. I'm like, how is that? But obviously it has been things that they've done since when they were younger. And some people, it's just genes. Some people's genes are just like that. No matter how much they eat, no matter how much they take. For me, if I just take small granules like this, I'll just see it on my face. Pimple everywhere. And I know that's about my body. Don't ask me if I still eat granules, but I already know that once I eat past a certain amount, it's going to tell on my skin. It's about knowing the body you have, knowing your kind of your genes, the family gene, right? In your family, understand all of that history and all of that. So protect your peace. And this thing really They
Yeah.
don't cost money.
Yeah.
Relax. Be next Netflix and chill. You don't have to go anywhere. You can be going to a friend's place. It can be, oh, someone handle all the kids. We just want to be alone. We just want to laugh. We just want to dance.
Yeah.
Which is really good. Wow, I really love that. So
Yeah.
speaking
It costs
about
nothing.
yeah. So really speaking about people who are, I'm glad that you mentioned people who are older and are aging. You cannot bind and cast it. You cannot reverse it, right? So I wanted to ask about people in their 40s right now, in their 30s, in their 50s, and they're just thinking about how do I start taking care of my skin now? I didn't do that when I was 18. I didn't do that when I was 20. I've probably messed up my skin. I've done this. I've used this cream. Some people have even bleached, unfortunately. They've turned their skin upside down. They spoiled their layers. How do they begin to repair now, so to speak, their skin now that they're in their 40s and in their 30s? What do they need to do now in terms of first steps now?
Okay. For women in this category, this age range, 40s and above, right?
Yeah.
The truth of the matter, I'm sorry, you need to just hear this. Skincare for women in this category shifts from correction to support. Yes. You just have to accept that. Your skincare, that bottle of serum, that jar of your face cream should be supporting your skin, not really correcting. The signs are showing up already, but you need something to support. Why? The reason being that, for instance, people in this age bracket 40 and above, right?
Yes.
Three things are happening within the skin, within the physiology of the skin. Collagen is breaking down yearly. We lose 1% of collagen yearly, and collagen responsible.
Collagen I was going to say that wasn't responsible for now.
Collagen is responsible for our skin structure, the firmness. It's like the one that holds your lipid layer together intact and gives you that plumber skin. You can imagine an infant. When you touch the cheek of an infant, you try to bounce it.
Yes.
They have the most abundant form of collagen. That's an example of collagen there. When you find out that if you try to do that with your skin, now you've lost that bounciness, right? Because as we age, we tend to lose. In fact, from your 20s, right? Aside from your genes, for some people, it's a bit delayed. For some people, it happens early. You begin to lose 1% of collagen yearly. So you cannot imagine your 40s, the amount of collagen you've lost so far. So you are and in your 40s, right, and above, you are losing collagen rapidly. You are losing elasticity. That's also part of the skin firmness to prevent sagging, right? You're also losing moisture. Those three things are happening all at the same time within your body chemistry, right? Yes. So, especially during perimenopause and menopause. So that's why with this age range, perimenopause and menopause, you are losing these three things drastically. So what you need to do, like I said, I try to help people, women of color, care for the skin confidently and intelligently as they age. So for you to now address this confidently and intelligently, not buying skincare products blindly, what you need to know first, you have to be intentional, is to provide those things your skin is losing. Those three things: collagen, elasticity, and moisture that you are losing constantly. You need to now start providing the skin with such. How do you give back? How do you provide collagen, for instance? How do you provide your skin elasticity? How do you provide moisture? This now comes to your skincare products. You need to prioritize hydration. Hydration in two forms here. You need to drink water constantly. In fact, I've adopted a habit whereby I move around. Before, I used to say that one thing you can never catch me with without going around with my sunglasses. But now,
it's water.
Yeah, but now it's my quencher. I move around with my quencher. So you need to hydrate in and out. That's for the internal. Now for the exterior, your skincare products, starting from your cleanser, your moisturizer, must intensify hydration. And what do you look out for in your product to intensify hydration? Make sure that that product contains humectants, such as glycerin or hyaluronic acid. Humectants are an ingredient that helps trap water from the atmosphere and bind it to your skin. So to improve that moisture loss, like I said, we lose that moisture too quickly. So that is one. That's how you give back hydration to your skin. The second one is, how do you give back your barrier support? You need to be intentional. You need to prioritize barrier support. And how do you do that? You need to strengthen your barrier support so that you're not losing water, transepidermal water loss. You're not losing that water quickly. You need skincare product that contains ceramides and fatty acids. So these are the things you look out for in your product. Then you also need to prioritize collagen stimulation. What are the things responsible for collagen stimulation? You need to look out for words like retinoids or peptides. So your moisturizer, your body moisturizer must contain, make sure it's peptides or retinoids contained in it. And the last one, how do you give back, is daily sunscreen. In fact, by now, you know that I am an advocate of sunscreen. Like your first question.
Yes.
Like your first question. All right. As we are melanin-rich skin, hyperpigmentation is peculiar with us. You find out that people that are aging within this age bracket, 40 and above, you just suddenly notice that some part of your body is pigmented that never used to be. Some people is the face. The face is darker than the neck down to the other part of the body. That is aging taking place there, which is peculiar with us, black skin. We melanin-rich, highly pigmented people, yeah. And then you feel some people, maybe it's the chest area down to the neck down to the chest area is pigmented. Some people could be their arm that is pigmented to the other part of the body, right? So you need to prioritize sunscreen, mineral sunscreen of broad spectrum 50, the broad spectrum 50 mineral sunscreen. So we need to. So those are the 4 things you need to start providing your skin. And above all, most importantly, you need to simplify. You see women that are trying to fight aging or try to reverse aging, they tend to, in the process of trying to reverse aging, they overexfoliate their skin. Yes, they overexfoliate, thinking that when I exfoliate, my skin will be younger, will be plumper, will be better, more beautiful. But the goal here is not for you to look 25. The goal here is for you to look radiant at 45, at 55, at 65. That is how you just need to go about it. And you only take someone that has embraced the process, that see, aging is inevitable. This is happening. Yeah. Embrace it with all of your heart. And then make sure you supply the skin those things that is the collagen that you are losing, the elasticity you are losing. Those steps I highlighted. Just make sure you're intentional about the product you get for your skin. Before you know it, at 45, you're looking radiant. And they keep wondering, you are such a vampire. You're not even aging. What's your secret? It's because you've been intentional right from the ingredient that goes into the products. So that's basically how to care for your skin within that age bracket. Yeah.
So I like the fact that you were being truthful and you said you cannot correct it at this age. You just need to start supporting at this point. And I really like that fact, because most people or most skincare people will just tell you, oh no, you buy this product or use this one, add this one to this one. When you add this to this, don't worry, you'll be fine, just to collect people's money.
I'm telling you.
Which we know that most times is all a lie. As I said in the beginning, that beauty industry is worth billions and billions of dollars because people are just falling for all these skincare gimmicks. In fact, recently, I think I was watching a general video where they asked this question too about collagen, that where can you get collagen, like what can you really do to really get collagen, and they were breaking down all of the myths that people have said, and he broke it down to some of the things that people have said, like, oh, if you eat this food, it's collagen rich, if you take these supplements, that in fact he broke down the lies of supplements, that most of the supplements work. They're just lying to you just to buy your money. Just to take your money and all of that. So I like the fact that you said you cannot correct it, which is very being truthful, and you just need to support at this stage. And I also like the fact that you said you don't call something wrinkles, you call it smile lines. Oh my God, I'm so adopting that. I love that. I've never heard it before. And it just takes one to change the naming of something, and the narrative just literally changes, or the perspective. So if you don't see it as wrinkles, you see them as fine lines. That is, you see them as smile lines.
Yeah, smile line that prove that you have lived.
That believes. Oh wow, that is so good. Like, I know you guys need to type that smile lines. Say, I'm going to call it smile lines from now on. I mean, look at my sister-in-law. She's 47, but you have no idea. If she didn't mention her age right now, you probably think, oh, maybe she's in her late 30s or something. She's almost in her 50s, guys. Almost in her 50s. So I didn't bring someone who doesn't know what she's talking about, or who is not practicing the things that she's talking about here. Now, I feel like I want to upset the internet, and let's shatter a table right now. And this table is there anything like glass skin?
Oh, that's
actually a glass skin.
Goodness, Lord. Wow. That actually sets, we need to shake the table here, really. We need to. Really, glass skin. It's just marketing. That term is just marketing ploy or myth. It's just a marketing tool, marketing word to get you buy something and have your expectations so high on the product and all that. Because the last time I remember till dates, real skin has pores. Real skin has texture. Real skin has movement. So when we look at these characteristics of a real skin, how does it match into that of a glass? A glass, for instance, texture-wise is rigid. A glass, the surface is as smooth as something that is being polished, no pores. And a glass doesn't move, doesn't make any movement. My skin makes movement. If I'm eating, as I'm talking right now, there are some facial muscles responsible, right?
Yes.
So it doesn't fit in. There's no correlation at all. So it's just a marketing word or term, right? And this actually came up from the K-beauty world culture. It originated from the K-beauty culture. And they use it as a trend to describe a well-hydrated, younger skin. Okay? Which is not even in realistic with mature skin or highly pigmented skin. It doesn't. Any mature skin that wants to look like a younger version, like someone in her 20s or in maybe teenage years. The reality is that your skin is matured. It's not the same thing. The chemistry is not the same thing. So it's just a trend used by the K-beauty culture to describe a well-hydrated, younger looking skin. Of course, a skin that is well-hydrated is a plumber skin. I use that a lot in my YouTube channel at Skin Talk with Buki. So I encourage people to drink, right? To have that plumber skin. All right. So women of color that chase after glass skin, right? They oftentimes they overexfoliate their skin and damage their skin barrier. And the goal here is healthy skin, not a filter skin or not glass skin.
Please say that again. We need to hear that.
Healthy skin. The goal here is healthy skin, not a glass skin or not a filtered skin. Basically,
amazing. That's so. Guys, you've heard it, that there is nothing like glass skin. And I don't know, again, as you said, it came from all this Korean skincare right now. Everybody can almost swear by it. Oh, Korean this, Korean moisturizer, Korean snail muchin, Korean this one, this. Yes, and it's, we need to, I think the first step most times, we just copy and paste without realizing that the Korean skin
is different.
It's different from ours. It's not the same. It's not the same. So, and even just generally, just black people in general, our skin is different from someone in America, it's different from someone in the UK, it's different from white skin, it's different from a Caucasian skin. It's not the same. It's all different. So I'm happy that you shattered that table, that there is nothing like glass skin. And you said it, glass skin is very rigid. It's something that it doesn't move, nothing. So how did we come up with this? It has to be glass. Like, what does glass mean? Does it mean shiny? you mean? I don't know. I found that name too odd. Like, what do you mean glass? There's like that. But it's interesting to hear someone who is certified talk about it and say the truth. Like, there is nothing true about glass skin. So in case you are worried and maybe you are booking the next dermatologist appointment or skincare appointment,
or you're about to get that product you stumble on social media,
exactly,
and you have such a glass skin. You are just trying to, I don't know, your money is just going to go down the drain. There's no such thing. Really, there's no such thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's so good to hear. So you heard it, guys. There's nothing like glass skin. It's healthy skin, which I like. I like that word. Have a healthy skin for your body or your skin type or whatever. So now let's take it a notch higher. I know you've touched on this before, and you talked about how the most affordable skincare for you is just peace of mind, right? Rest and all of that. So let's talk about skincare and then mental health. We are told to fight aging, which you've already alluded to. Like, we should fight it. Almost every ad is telling you, oh, use this cream, you'll be 2 years younger or 10 years younger. Use this, use this, that, blah, 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 just to make sure that we are younger. What happens to a woman's mental health when she decides not to go with that narrative? Let's say someone who has been used to, she's almost bought almost all the products just to make sure that she reverses this aging because she cannot age, right? How does she now begin to take intentional steps to be able to say, okay, now I know the truth. I've heard this saying now. How do I protect my mental health now? Because these ads will always keep being there, whether it's on TV, on social media, you hear people talk about it. How do you now protect your mental health from this myth of there's nothing like aging? What do they begin to do right now?
In the area of mental health, the first thing is that a woman that the first thing is that the skin is free.
Yeah.
The skin is free. And what I mean by that is that skin is free, is that the skin is free from all sorts of this is trending, I get this product, this is trending, and you are bombarding the skin with all sort of actives, all in the name of you're trying to fight aging. So the moment a woman stops fighting aging, she stops fighting herself.
Wow.
She stopped fighting herself. You stop fighting, you stop seeing that, oh, I don't even like what I'm seeing at the moment. Before you know, depression sets in. Before you know, you don't even love yourself anymore because you are focused on what you are not supposed to focus on. If truly you embrace the process, right? So the moment a woman stops fighting aging, she stops fighting herself. And when she stops fighting herself, but rather she chose to embrace pro-aging. And when she embraces pro-aging, definitely she begins to see wrinkles as wisdom. When she embraces pro-aging, she begins to shift from fear to authority. Yes. And when she begins to see wrinkles as wisdom, she stops hiding herself. Or she stops hiding under makeup. And she stops hiding under Botox injection. They just keep injecting, right? She stops just hiding. And when you stop hiding, that means confidence is setting. And when confidence, in fact, real confidence is the most powerful beauty enhancer that exists. Real confidence is the most powerful beauty enhancer that exists. So when a woman begins to have that self-confidence about herself, irrespective of whatever is creeping in, right? And you are giving her the right support, confidence sets in, and your mental health improves. And when mental health improves, definitely your self-acceptance increases.
Yeah.
Your self-acceptance increases. And when that increases, your mental health improves healthily. So that's what they just need to take with them. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting aging. Stop fighting it. If you can stop fighting it and you choose to embrace pro-aging, then you're on top of the world. You're in control. And when you stop fighting it, definitely when you stop fighting aging, you stop fighting yourself. And when you're not
Yes,
fighting yourself, there's peace of mind. You will love life. You will live through that aging process successfully. You know, your skin looking radiant, you giving it the right support. And when people see you're not looking 45. Hey, you're not looking 55. You're not looking 65. What's your secret? That's the secret. When your mental health is intact, you know you've accepted the facts and you live through it, then you're intact. Your mental health will be intact. So self-acceptance first. Yeah.
that's so good. In fact, I think I'm not sure what day it is. There's a day called No Makeup Day. Obviously it's to make people go out without makeup and all of that. I mean, everybody cannot be like people. Me personally, I'm not a makeup person. Like, I used to say that if it was because of me, if I was the only kind of person in this world, and it's because of me that they did all this eyeliner,
they won't sell.
They won't sell. Or if it's because of me, they did wigs. Like, you never. In fact, they. But again, everybody cannot be like me. That's just me as a personal preference. So you need to fit in all conversations into yourself. So for example, if you're someone who used to probably wear makeup 7 days a week, you can say, okay, maybe let me reduce it to 5. I don't have to do it every day. Let me reduce it to 4. Let me reduce it to 3 days. Whatever works for you, right? But at the end of the day, we just need to give our skin that moment to breathe. Let it just breathe, generate, especially if you're not fighting any particular skincare concern at that moment. Just let your skin breathe, because the more you begin to you go online, someone will say, oh, don't use retinol at this time. Someone will say, use it at this time. Or if you don't use it at this time, something will happen to your skin, and you're just taking on a barrage of information, which is why I brought her on the show, because I'm all for older women walking us through the path, us younger women, even though I'm not young again, but I used to claim younger women or younger girls, because as we said earlier, if I knew better, I would have done better then. So I'm thinking back to my 18-year-old self, to my 20-year-old self, things that I could easily have done, but I didn't know. I didn't have that information. I didn't have that knowledge around me. It was only later in my early 20s that I began to say, okay, this is actually, in fact, I got to a point I said, this is the color of my skin. But apparently that wasn't the color of my skin.
Yes, that's, yeah.
It wasn't. I was just making products.
Exactly. If you try and do compare and contrast, and you know that, oh, then I didn't know better.
Yeah.
Now I know better. Look at the skin now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's so good. Now, when we talk about skincare, which leads me to the next question. Most times when we talk about skincare, immediately people's minds go to face. They don't think of the neck. They don't think of the hands, every other part of the body. Is just always the face. So what are the things that we can also give to our face in terms of skincare that will make us support our skincare at a certain age, or regenerate our skin at a later age? So I just wanted to ask that, why most times we focus so much on the face and we are not giving to our neck, we're not giving to our hands, our chests, and so that they can all enjoy the same longevity that we're talking about. Because it's not enough for you to work on your face. Your face is now looking okay, and then your hands are telling a different story, your neck is telling a different story, your chest or whatever area is telling a different story. So how can we give back to other parts of our body, like hands, chest, and all of that?
Interesting, damn, interesting. A lot of women are actually guilty of this fact. When I just walk by and I see women anywhere I find, anywhere I step into and all that, and I just notice that the face is looking quite different. It shows that, okay, the person must have been giving quality attention to the face, but neglecting the other part of the body. But one thing they are all failing to understand is that the neck, the chest, and your hands, the skin, they actually age faster than the face, because the skin around those areas they are thinner, and they are mostly neglected by a lot of people. Okay, so my own simple rule here in this category, in this kind of situation, is that whatever gets on your face should spread down to your neck and your chest region. Whatever touches your face should spread down to your neck and your chest region. So the light
But
of
how
your...
how realistic is this in terms of, especially I'm thinking now one product. Sorry to butt you, but in terms of sunscreen, we know how much sunscreen is. It's not cheap. It's
I
not
know.
cheap. They'll say we should use it on, we should spread it on our hands, and after I finish doing the face, then we should reapply. Then
Yeah.
I'll use it again on my. That's a lot. One bottle will finish in in
Yeah,
3 days.
I actually agree with you there. You run out of your bottle too quickly. Especially
Yeah.
the good ones. They are never made in a 500 ml bottle. They're usually made in maybe in 30 ml or 50 ml, the very good ones, right? So you can imagine how economical that is. But truly, I'm sorry. I wish they all came in a 500 ml bottle, or in fact, 1,000 ml bottle, so that it could last longer, right?
Yeah.
But apparently
Yeah.
that shows you how important sunscreen is. In fact, on your priority list, sunscreen should come first. So they come in, unfortunately, that small size bottle. And normally this is the area whereby I try to simplify routine for people, or I try to look for alternative for people. But when it comes to sunscreen, there's no shortcut. You just need to invest in good sunscreen, and investing in good sunscreen, it reflects on the amount. It's not cheap. There are cheaper ones, but they wouldn't deliver the day.
They would deliver
Yes.
exactly.
So I'm sorry. There's really nothing. Yeah, there's no hope. You just have to. Okay. And then because of that, you also need to apply it. You know that those 2 fingers way of applying your sunscreen is actually the best way. So that is actually the best way in the sense of the right amount that you need for maximum protection from the sun. It's by the 2 fingers. So when you look at it, if I spread this, time, this 30 ml bottle runs out too quickly, and you now want to reduce it and ignore that rule and just do a dot, just a tiny pea size dot, so that your sunscreen can last longer. No, there's no shortcuts when it comes to sunscreen. Do it as you've been instructed to do it, and let it spread down to. If not, your face will be well protected, your face will be well balanced, your skin tone will be well balanced there. Whereas the neck that you have ignored, trying to minimize your sunscreen, now tends to start looking darker. And you wouldn't want that. You want an even skin, well balanced skin tone, right? So I'm so sorry. In that regard, you just have to.
Right.
You just have to. Don't worry. God will need to replenish your pocket. You just have to. Because it's the most important aspect of skincare routine. So my own simple rule is whatever touches your face should spread onto your neck and your chest region. The likes of your cleanser, for instance, whatever you use in cleansing your face, spread it down to your neck. You don't ignore your neck and just use your facial cleanser only on your face. Spread it down to your neck and your chest area. The likes of your serum, the same thing, all the way. The likes of your face moisturizer is not just because it is face, doesn't mean you restrict it. It should start and end on the face. You must spread it all the way down to your neck and your chest region. All right? And the likes of your sunscreen. Don't let it start on your face and end there. Spread it all the way down to your neck region and your chest. So that way you give the skin the right protection and support that you need to give it. All right. So that's my simple rule when it comes to caring for your face, your neck, and then why you neglect. Try and balance it. And remember, please, sunscreen also spread it down to your hands, especially in our own hot climate area, very sunny climate. Here in Nigeria, it's really sunny. So try to extend the sunscreen to your hands too. Even those of you are in the cold region, right? Because the sun is not visibly out, does not mean UV rays are not being filtered down into the earth. Even on cloudy days, you are expected to apply your sunscreen because we still have some UVA, UVB rays filtered down to the earth, pulling effects, taking a toll on our skin. So even on sunny days too, you need to apply. So don't neglect your hand. Apply sunscreen on your hands, okay? And then If you can do all that. But one thing I want you to remember is that the more you focus on your face alone, the neck will reveal your secrets. When you focus on your face alone,
So true.
that neck you've neglected will reveal your secrets. That this is truly what your skin is. And that you've been doing this to your face and you have not been doing this to the neck area. So that neck will reveal the secrets. That you've been doing something to that face, but you have not extended it down to the neck area. So we need to extend it down.
Because even if you don't do it to your hands and chest, most times people have clothes on that cover their chest, so you might not really see whatever damage has been done. But the neck most especially would always be at least open, we can see and all of that. Oh, okay. Now I mean that's actually a very fair point. So sorry guys, I asked the question about sunscreen. If you can manage it, we cannot. We cannot manage it, especially if
you can.
Very, very seriously. See, I always say to myself, you only have one body. Once this body is gone, that's it. It's only one body. And I forget all the people that tell you, oh, but you can do one replacement, do that replacement, do whatever replacement. No, this one body is follow come. You cannot borrow another person's body. So it's whatever you do with it. It's follow come. Whatever you do is your business. So but I mean, maybe we'll bring you on for this. Just a thought for me that why is it that most times this maybe not for now? I probably have to. In fact, I will bring you on and we'll talk about skincare and men. Men, I don't know why most people think that skincare is only for women. It's only a ladies thing. Men don't need to do it. We just need to bath, clean our face, put this thing, and we're going.
No, they need it.
But that's really a proper topic that we need to break. And people. And men who do skincare doesn't mean that it doesn't make them feminine. No, they are not.
Yeah,
You're just taking
or vain. Some people use the word
vain. Yeah,
like vain. No.
Yeah.
The man is just being intentional and doing the right thing, conscious of his body and all that. So they are not vain.
Yeah.
Such men are not.
So
vain.
guys, if my comments reach up to 50, that's when I'll bring her back. If not, we're not going to bring her back. If you don't comment in the comment section, I need to see your comments. I need to have your I mean, what has hit you so far? For me, it's still that wrinkles is smile line. I can't shake it off. I've never heard it that way. I've always said call it the name. Wrinkle is wrinkle. That's it. But hear it that way, I'm like, okay, that's actually a sign of wisdom, which really does make sense. It really does make sense. So please, so far, I've also taken the fact that you can't reverse aging. Aging is part of life. Our bodies were made to start like a baby, sort of, and end up like a baby. You know, as people grow older, most times they can't move as much, they can't do so much. So if you are in your youth now, so maybe say from like 16 or in fact, from teenage years, I'll say, if it's possible, just start doing those things from now so that by the time you are 40, 50, you begin to reap the benefits of the things that done from the early age. I mean, which leads me again to the last question is, how would we advise the TikTok generation that we have now? Everything is, oh, TikTok said this. Oh, TikTok said that. Oh, this is trending on TikTok. TikTok something. This beauty something on TikTok. So how do we advise this TikTok generation right now on what is safe? What is not safe? Like, what will we tell them now, apart from the fact that we say start as much as possible that you are younger? But right now we have a barrage of information and people they are confused. Someone is saying don't use this or use this at this time. So what do you think about that question?
Yes, you are very correct about everything. So far, sometimes when I go through social media and what I see, and my reaction is like, I just wish the people, audiences and all that are well informed. Sometimes they said it's all lamba. Let me use that street word, you know, it's all lies, you know. And then why are you confusing people? You know, why are you confusing? What did I tell my audience? One thing I tell to people I come across and they need some advice is that be intentional and be well informed. You don't even need to be a formulator like myself I guess that's why I curated Ask Bookie. You know, you need You don't need to be a firm. You just need to know the basics so that at the end of the day, you are not falling into all this scam, all this marketing ploy to just, they are trying to get their product to be
Yeah,
sold, right?
yeah.
And don't expect too much, right? So
I mean,
try and know.
just to cut you there. Sorry, I wanted to add that is so true, because me coming from someone who I had no idea what you see glycerin, tomorrow you see it here as aqua. No, you see water here on this formula, on this skincare. Tomorrow you see it as aqua. You see another name. So they'll just use scientific names to just confuse it. And I remember buying a really really popular product. Like if I mention it, everybody will know the product. But it didn't work for my skin. It didn't have the basic. In fact, I had gotten it when I looked at, because I'd spoken to her, my sister-in-law, about it, and I was just looking at the ingredient list. I was like, no, my sister-in-law has said in this video that every skincare should have, or every basic skin product should have this list for of items in the product, and I saw only maybe like 4 or 5. But in my head, I thought, okay, maybe it's not too bad. I saw 4 or 5, it should be okay. But by the time I bought the product, in 1 week I had to return it. Thankfully, we can return products
Over there. Lucky you.
Immediately I returned it. I said they got back asking questions. I will use the products and my skin will be burning. I'm like, what is inside? So for me personally, I know anything that has alcohol, any fragrance, it doesn't work for me. Once I see fragrance in there, I'm not buying the product, no matter how good the product is. But because I've been able to listen to her, I've watched most of her videos. So please, guys, you need to go to Skin Talk with Buki. I'll link all our details in the description so that you watch and be informed and don't fall for all of this. Oh, the skin is doing this. They will make it look really nice. It's all a lie. Sorry to cut you short, but I think I really just needed
It's
to
okay.
add
It's
that.
fine. It's fine. I'm glad that you happen to know what works for your skin and what doesn't. What about millions of people out there that they don't even have a clue and they're just experimenting? And not just experimenting, your money too is going down the drain.
Yes.
You buy a product and the next thing, either it disrupts your skin barrier, just like you now. That burning sensation you have, you are sensitive to alcohol, and if you are not just burning, it's disrupting your skin barrier. And you are the type that, in fact, you were too quick to make your conclusion, right?
Yes.
Some other buyers would say, my money. Do you know how much I bought this and it's giving me this burning sensation? Well, skin, you had better adapt. They will still be forcing it on the skin. You had better adapt. Then they begin to justify their, adaptation will take place. No, but because, they are far from the reality that this is not working, just discard it. But when you think of the money you've spent on it, you are lucky at the other end. You could return, right?
Yeah.
That's so fantastic. That's so beautiful. But the other hand over here, I mean, some find it hard to just believe that, okay, it's not working, let me discard it. But they think of the money. And because of that, they keep forcing it on the skin. And at the end of the day, the skin barrier becomes damaged beyond control. And when that happens, you're not looking for control measure. You're not looking for a product that would help you correct. You see, some people, I have a client that whereby she came to me with dermatitis, right? Around her lips. It was this dry and scaly and all that. And I helped her fish out that is the product you got. And she didn't know. She kept on using the product. But she noticed that when she stops the product, the reaction subsides a bit. And then she goes back again, thinking that, okay, my skin just, maybe my skin is just being not just settled at that time. And she goes back. And it became worse. By the time I now told her to show me, to send the picture of the product and let me see the ingredient list, and I brought out the culprit responsible for the dermatitis on her skin, and I gave her I put another plan, another skincare routine with the new product. In fact, the skin is beautiful now. And she kept on like, can you imagine this person is a formulator? Do you know? I said, forget it. It's because you don't know. Now you are sensitive to this.
Now you know.
If you are going for any other product, don't look out for this. So I begin to educate people. You don't have to be a formulator. You just need to know some certain things that you need to put into your product. So in your own case, so definitely you won't go near anything that has alcohol or fragrance.
No matter how fantastic it's been sold on social media, it has. Once I find that fragrance, I'm sorry, it can't work for me.
It can't. Yeah. But a lot of people out there still fall the victim of buying the wrong products. And then social media has a way of just painting that product. You know, they just bring one model, they filter the face. And then there's this one I stumbled on, a collagen mask. In fact, the way it was being marketed, you want to go for it.
Wow.
But I, as a formulator and my knowledge in skincare, I just had to pause. I said, no, you know what? There's no way you want to build collagen. You know, I mentioned in our previous question
Yes.
that at a certain age, you lose collagen. And you want to build that collagen by a topical treatment, by one mask. No, it doesn't do it. Fine.
It's just simple skin layer foundation, knowing that how do things enter the skin, first of all? Where does it go to? Where does it sit? All of those things. We just need to be knowledgeable about it.
You understand? Yeah, funny enough, when you take off that mask, there's this kind of initial, temporary kind of glow, and you feel, oh, it's working. My friend, wash off that face afterwards. You are back to your true skin.
You're back to the truth.
You are back to it. It's just temporary, but that's what they sell to people, right?
Yeah.
So you need to just have some basic knowledge. What is skin in at the moment is a support system. Support it with the right thing. Drink water, hydrate well. All these things, it will cushion, it'll serve as a cushion effect. So for people, my advice is don't fall for the skincare lies on social media. New products are springing up. Of course, like we said, is $1 million beauty industry product and all that. So don't fall for it. There's a way they'll project it. Take it, just pause and try to be realistic with yourself. Or better still, that's why I'm there. Ask Bookie. Let me be your skincare guide, your Google. Ask Bookie before you buy that product. Let me analyze it for you. Let me analyze it for you. Don't fall the victim of there was a particular one I saw. In fact, this is not for. I'm going to come to the area of teenagers, right? Because they're also falling the victim.
They're the ones, yes, because there's so much information. It's even more confusing now because there's so much and they're not sure what to believe. AI
What
is
to
saying this,
believe.
you can just type anything and they're like, should I use this product? I saw a girl in my school use it yesterday. See how she turned out and all of that. But I feel for them because they are at the brunt of all of this, all these lies.
Yeah. And I know I stumbled on that lady and she was talking about anti-aging, and before her she had about 10 products in front of her, and she expects you as aging skin to layer that on 10 products in the morning. And I'm like, come on. One, it's not realistic. It's too much. It's overwhelming. I've done that in one of my. It's overwhelming. When a skincare routine is too complicated, it's overwhelming. You won't be consistent. And one thing about skincare is that consistency is key. You could have two products for just your routine, 2-step routine, and your skin will be as beautiful, will be radiant. You will radiate. The radiance on your skin is when you compare with someone that has an overload of 10 products, she's not even near to what you have achieved.
That's true.
It's not complicated. It's actually simple. So my advice to people is, and teenagers, please, I hope you are listening. My advice to everyone, teenagers, aging skin folks, okay, my advice is just keep it simple. There's effectiveness in simplicity. It shouldn't be complicated, please. The skin is like, what did you say?
I'm saying most times people fall again for the lie of, oh, it's very expensive. That means it will work for me.
It will work. It does things. It is not by the price tag.
Yeah.
It's not by the price tag. It's by what ingredients are incorporated, right?
Yeah.
Like I simplify what you need to feed your skin back, to support collagen, to support elasticity, to support moisture loss, right? So that you have that radiant skin at age 45, 55, 65. Just be intentional about it. Look at the ingredient list section, right? So just keep it simple. Teenagers don't need a 10-step routine.
Yes.
They don't.
True. That's true.
What they simply need, and even aging skin, please, what you all simply need is a gentle cleanser, a lightweight moisturizer, sunscreen, and maybe salicylic acid in the case of acne. If you are the type that you break out easily, you have acne, you have pimples, right? Yeah, you could incorporate salicylic acid into your routine and you apply. Basically, you can see how many steps have I listed there. Outside salicylic acid, just have 3 basic
Just 3
healthy
steps.
steps.
Yeah.
If you do that consistently, you will love the appearance of your skin. So teenagers, I know you all are on social media. In fact, you guys are there more than us. And you want to do what aging skin. You don't have any business with anti-aging actives. They will be too harsh for your skin. They will disrupt your skin barrier. What your primary focus should be as a teenager is focusing on protecting your skin barrier. Stop experimenting with anti-aging actives, right? And then in the process, you damage your skin barrier. You now start the skin now, when you're now 20, when you're in your late 20s, your skin now looks horrible. In fact, you start looking like a skin of a 45-year-old woman, right? You are supposed to be more intentional. Use that period at 15. Use that period to protect your skin barrier and sleep well.
Yes.
That way, yeah, that way
sleep.
Sleeping is therapeutic. It's the most anti-aging treatment you can give your skin. Because if you rest well, that single serum or that's just simple routine I just crafted, that 3-step routine, if you sleep well and you use those 3-step routine consistently, your skin will be amazing. You will slow down aging. Like I said, you can't reverse aging. You can't correct it. Some people say erase. You want to erase wrinkles. You want to erase fine lines, laugh lines, right? No, you can delay it. Yeah, you can be in your 40s and your fine lines is as subtle as almost not noticeable, right? You can be in your 50 or 65. Your deeper wrinkles you can delay it by not letting it go further in deeper. You could be in the midway, right? By just being intentional, giving the skin what is losing, just giving it back. So you don't have any business with anti-aging product. Teenagers, please listen. You don't need to have a 10-step routine. Even mature skin, you don't need to have 10-step routine. Please be intentional. All you need is your cleanser, your serum, and that serum should be either it is helping you hydrate your skin, hyaluronic acid. You can't. I do tell people that hyaluronic acid is a serum that is it's amazing for you to have in your routine. It's helping you plumb your skin, supplying water. Okay. Yeah. Same thing. For teenagers, please do away with it. I just told you the basic ones you need. Keep it simple and just protect your skin barrier. Okay. Same thing, aging skin. Don't fall for all the lies on social media. You don't need. They tell you that it's until you have these 10 steps, then you are doing the amazing job. Your skin will come out. You'll be 25 years younger. Oh, you erase wrinkles. You can't. You can't turn back the hands of the clock.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way you can look 25 when you are 45. But you can look radiant when you are 45. Your skin can look plumber and give you that younger looking skin when you're 45, when you're 55, by doing the right thing. That I've talked about.
This episode has been epic. I would say really, really light bulb moments for me. There was so much to unpack. I mean, talking about, I didn't know skincare was this deep. Like, it had layers and layers of things. How it's connected to our mental health. How everyday things that we do really affect our skin and all of that. Even above or what we put on top of it is what we do with our body. So you can imagine. You want your skin to look radiant, but you're eating pizza, you're eating burger, you are eating
you need to eat healthily. Eat your veggies, your green veggies. Cut down on junks, fizzy drinks. I thought I stopped that some 2 years ago. Wow. When I think perimenopause sign begins to set in, I just start sweating profusely when it's not hot, right? Wow. And then it was beginning to affect my sleep pattern. And then started to be more intentional. I started to eat more of fruits rich in antioxidants, carrots, avocados, berries, right? I began to eat that, and then eating right. Eat healthily. Don't take junks or fizzy drinks, all those things, they accelerate aging. Before you know it,
Yes.
you start
Yes.
looking, you are 45 and you're already looking like someone in our 60s, on the 50s. The skin looks so lifeless. There's no vibrancy on the skin, looks ashy. I once had a client on my YouTube channel that bossed me on one of my posts, on one of my videos.
Yeah.
You could see this lady was depressed. So what I'm trying to say, in the area of mental health, it affected this lady. It set depression setting on what? On aging, on just looking at her skin. She ran to me. I could sense it. And further down the line, the way she was asking, okay, so what should I get? And I also found out that she was confused. Even with all the recommendation I was giving to her, she was finding it difficult, hard to embrace those products and the things that she needed to do. Depression has set in already. She said she doesn't want to stand her skin. When she looked at her skin, this is not what she used to look like. I asked of her age. She was a woman she was 46. Yes, that particular year. She was 46. Yeah, like 2 years ago. And I just told her to calm down. She said, my skin is, she snapped her face. Look at, I'm looking grayish. Can you see my neck is lighter than my face? The face is looking darker. In fact, she's looking aged. She doesn't even look 46. I thought she would tell me that she was looking like she would be like in her 50s, like 55. She was looking the skin was lifeless. It was dull. It was dehydrated. It was just looking hashy, lifeless. And I just told her to calm down, get this, and do this. You need to change your lifestyle and all that. But I later found out that depression has set in already. Lack of confidence has set in already. So she was not even ready to embrace whatever that I was recommending. And I told her that, you know what? Go handle your mental health first. You need to take a deep breath. Love life.
Yeah.
What you are going through, I have to tell her, what you are going through is because of your hormones in action. You are in the phase of perimenopause. If you have not even hit perimenopause, some people hit menopause early.
Earlier,
Some,
yes.
yes. Some it might be later, maybe in their almost late 40s, right?
Yeah.
I just told that this is what is going on. Your hormones are in action. So melasma will set in. Pigmentation will set in because we are melanin rich individual. We are not just melanin rich individual for talking sake. Our melanin, we can't compare ourselves with the Caucasians.
Yes.
We are rich in the rate at which our melanin is being produced, even as you grow older. For instance, from in your 40s, the rate at which melanin is secreted is high. We are producing that pigment. So their skin will tend to get darker. Pigmentation sets in. So that's why you need to be more intentional. Wear your sunscreen and all. So there are people like that. Mental health is being, because of this phase in their life, they don't have that confidence again. Their mental health, they are not ready to accept it. And I do tell people, it's a beautiful thing to age.
Oh, I could imagine.
It's a beautiful thing. Just like someone telling me my laugh line is fine lines, is wrinkles. I refuse to take that. It's an evidence that I have, is a proof of that I've lived through life.
Proof of life, exactly.
It's a proof of life that at some point I have smiled. At some point I have laughed. At some point I have done screamed. So yeah, it's okay to have it. But how do you delay it so that it doesn't get to a deeper wrinkles? Like I said, you can delay it. You can't erase it. You can't reverse it. Those who go for Botox injection, right, it's very expensive to do. Those who go for Botox injection, laser treatment, it's a lifetime investment. You keep subjecting yourself to all those radioactive lights. You keep subjecting yourself to all those needles. You keep for how long? Why not just accept the reality and just do the
it's going to turn to what? Dust at some point.
At the end of the day. So just do the needful. If you can afford it, you can go, but for how long? Eat well, exercise, rest well, and apply your basic skincare routine. Doesn't have to be overwhelming steps. You will love the skin you have. Your fine lines won't be that pronounced. It will be subtle. But I'm telling you, you cannot guarantee, you cannot erase it. Take that for a fact. You can't erase it. You can't reverse it. But you can delay it. Yeah. Something that is supposed to pop up in your let's say in your 50s now, you can delay it further to when you're in your 60s by doing the right thing, the right skincare, the right lifestyle, right? Yeah. So please don't fall for all those going on the streets of Instagram, TikTok. Use these, use that, use this. You basic things that you need: your moisturizer, your cleanser. Make sure it's not stripping, it's hydrating cleanser. You need an hydrating moisturizer. And when it comes, how do you know something is hydrating? The first ingredients on the ingredient list, like Dami said, aqua.
Yeah.
Some will put that aqua and put water in brackets.
Yes.
So for those who doesn't understand the scientific name, the nomenclature name, inky name, we call it inky name, right? They still put the layman language, water. So aqua means water. If water is not the number one on the ingredient list of that product, please stop. Don't get that product.
There's no point.
Yeah, it's not going to give you that hydration. And after aqua, the next thing that follows is humectant, the glycerin, hyaluronic acid. If glycerin is not number 2 after aqua, don't go for that product. It's not going to be hydrating. It's going to strip you of your natural skin oil. And you know you're already losing moisture as aging skin. So you need something that would supply that hydration. All right. So you need all those things. Then follow, after your glycerin, the humectant, you also need emollient. Emollients are carrier oils, nourishing oils. So mature skin needs nourishment, not punishment. Like those who over exfoliate their skin, they'll be exfoliating. Aging skin does not even need to exfoliate. By the time you are 40, in your 40s upward, you need to stop exfoliating. All those body scrubs.
Yeah.
You don't need all those physical body scrub that gives you that nitty-gritty feel, and you keep scrubbing. You are disrupting your skin barrier. You are even losing more moisture in that process. You don't need it. Leave that for those
scrubbing.
all those scrubbing. And you see people still selling it. And you scrub, physical scrub. If at all you need to exfoliate, go for chemical exfoliants. The likes of alpha hydroxy acid is a gentler form, or polyhydroxy acid. In fact, polyhydroxy acid is the new generation, gentler form of alpha hydroxy acid. So you could use that as your bath. They come in a bath wash now. You could have it and use it maybe twice a week. They are gentle enough, so it won't disrupt your skin barrier. And then moisturize with cream, with body lotions that are rich in emollients, like I said, nourishing oils like carrier oils, like sunflower oil, avocado oil. Nourishing, you need to nourish, okay? Nourish, protect, and then you are good. You're good. Wow. So those are the things that you need.
That is I think this is a whole topic on its own that we've delved into understanding skin. So guys, you see all of the information I used to get for my sister-in-law, when I just call her, say I don't know which one is, or hey, see my skin, or my husband will just snap the picture and say I don't know what's wrong with my skin. So see all of the information that I get from her. Please follow her on Skin Talk at Wiki. I will link her YouTube channel. I'll link it in the bio, in the description. So please go there. She talks about amazing things. Trust me. And this is not skincare lamba, as she said, or skincare maybe
lies.
What you want people to hear. No, she's actually telling you
the truth
about the product. Don't buy it. It can work for some people. For some people, the more expensive the product, I don't know.
Yeah.
It can work for you. But for me, personally, I found that the more things are natural to the earth as possible, the more it works for me. But when they begin to formulate and put this one down, my skin just throws up like, what's really going on? I remember the first time I used vitamin C, I had to return it. In fact, when I called them, I'm like, oh no, don't worry, don't return it, you can keep the product. I was like, I don't need it again. They said, oh no, don't worry, don't return it. But it was so harsh for my skin, so it wasn't like there was something wrong with the product, but for my own skin,
it wasn't working. That's vitamin C serum, right?
Yes, vitamin C. I think I started on the higher grade.
Oh.
Which I should have taken it really softly. I think.
Yes. The higher strength. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So
if you're just starting out, you need to start with lower strength.
Yes.
If you're just starting out, if you want to try it out, some people do, even either higher strength or lower strength, some people, the skin can't just tolerate vitamin C.
Exactly.
That's why you have alternatives. If your skin can't tolerate it, then you go for the alternative. The alternative to vitamin C, you could try your niacinamide serum as an alternative. Yeah.
Okay. So that's really, so just know your skin. I've gotten so many things. Know your skin type.
What
Don't
works
just
for
call
you?
someone a friend and say, "Oh, I just moved to UK. What did you use to when you came here?" No,
Yeah.
study your skin and know what works for your skin. Even my children, I remember when Josie used to have, when we got here, it just used to I don't know, very dry. There was no
Dry
cream we did
skin.
not
I
use.
remember.
What this, what that? Do you know that it was just one skin product that just helps? It was Epadem.
Yes.
Now, this is
Yeah.
not an advice for anybody, so don't take and say, "Oh, Dami said no." That was for his skin, and we've not looked back. Just a simple natural product that does not have fragrance. That's all we needed, and that's what he has been using ever since. Even his brother too. Anytime I buy any skin product or soap that has too many formulations, has this inside, has that, it just disrupts them completely. So I don't even bother to use it. So guys, follow her channel. Help me say thank you. You need to say thank you a lot. Thank you, because I had an episode where I spoke to someone about menopause, and I told her that you were going to be coming on to be talking about skincare and aging, and she was like, "Oh, you need to bring her. Oh, I need to listen to the episode though, because she's in her 50s, she's in menopause." So
Okay.
she was
Okay.
trying to just understand or know, okay, what does she needs to start doing now that her skin has become really dry. It used to be oily before,
Mm.
now it's dry,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of
Those
these
are the
things.
signs.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's
So
losing
menopause
moisture.
and your skin, yeah, it's
Mm.
another interesting conversation to have. But obviously, I said I'm going to bring her again one time, and we need to talk about skincare, men and skincare, why they avoid it like a plague. I think we have a whole topic about that. But thank you so much, Ma, for your time. Like,
You're
even me,
welcome.
just listening again, I'm like, my goodness, am I in class? This feels like a PhD class, and it's so interesting. It's not too scientific. You can go
Mm.
break it down, and
Yeah.
people are able to follow and pick one or two things in the conversation. So thank you so much once again. If you're a teenager, please save this video. You might think you don't need it now, but trust me, you will need it
Yeah.
sooner or later. If you're in your
Yeah.
20s, you're in 30s, you are in 40s, 50s, you are a grandma, whatever, you will find something in this video that will really, really help you. And as a recap, she said, don't look at wrinkles as wrinkles, look at it as smile lines, right? So please change your language from today. Don't say, "Oh, I have wrinkles, I'm beginning to have wrinkles." So, no, say it is smile lines, and that is so good. Make sure you know your skin. What you put into your skin will definitely show out on your skin.
Yeah.
Don't only take care of your face, so take care of your hands, take care of your neck,
Mm. Your
your
neck, your
chest,
chest.
and sunscreen is non-negotiable.
Please, you can say that again and again. If you don't have
Sorry, but
anything in your routine, sunscreen, it's a must. It's a
yes,
must,
yes,
especially for our melanin-rich skin individuals.
that's so
We
true.
are we are prone to pigmentation. We are prone
That's
to
so
pigmentation, so we need to prioritize sunscreen. We need to.
awesome, awesome. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next episode, maybe in April. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Take care.
All right, bye.